Hi, Pastor Vince with Clergy in Support of the Second Amendment. Today I want to begin a series of videos about the intersection of the Judeo-Christian faith, self-defense, and gun rights. There'll be more of these coming in the next few weeks. The one for today addresses the Castle Doctrine. Now, what is the Castle Doctrine? Well, it's a law that we have in many states that basically says if somebody forces their way into your home, they break in to an occupied home, that those inside can assume they are there to do deadly harm to the people inside. In other words, somebody breaks down your door, kicks it in, you don't have to, in that moment, figure out whether they got a weapon that they're going to use against you. It can be assumed that they do, and you can use deadly force. I'm not a lawyer. That's why the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. But I am a pastor, I am an ordained minister, and I can address the moral aspects of this law. And that's what I want to do today. Some would have us believe that this law, this idea of a castle doctrine, is new and unique and something that's been invented by the gun lobby in the last few years and something we should do away with. Well, I'm here to tell you that's simply not true. The Castle Doctrine has been around for at least 3,000 years, probably longer. And all you need to do if you want to prove that is look at the second book of the Bible, the book of Exodus. And we're going to look at Exodus chapter 22, verses 2 and 3. And this is the NIV. If a thief is caught breaking in at night and is struck a fatal blow, the defender is not guilty of bloodshed. But if it happens after sunrise, the defender is guilty of bloodshed. It goes on to say, anyone who steals must certainly make restitution. But if they have nothing, they must be sold to pay for their theft. Now, I thought it wise, since I figure I have a variety of religious perspectives out there in my audience, I thought I should look and see what various commentators from a Jewish perspective, from a Catholic perspective, from a Protestant perspective, what they had to say about this. So I looked at them. I was surprised to find out they all agree. Won't find that very often, but you do here. Every one of them said that after dark, if somebody broke into a home, it could be assumed that they were there to do deadly harm to those inside, and that their life could be taken, and it was on their own head. In fact, one Jewish commentator says, here the Torah teaches you, if someone comes to kill you, kill him first. Pretty straight up. But I'd like to show you just one example. And this one, I'm a little prejudiced since I'm Free Methodist. This is from John Wesley, the founder of Methodism. And he says, if a thief broke a house at night and was killed in the doing it, his blood was upon his own head. But if it were in the day, the time the thief was killed, he that killed him was accountable for it, unless, and this is very important, it was in the necessary defense of his own life. Because the scripture here does not expect that if someone is trying to kill you during the day, they break into your house and they're trying to kill you, that you should just let them kill you, that you should let them kill your family. No, it doesn't say that. But during the day, the thief could be identified. He could be more easily seen if he was armed. And typically they're going to run away. And the law could then deal with the offense, could deal with the theft. You see, vengeance was not permitted then, just like it's not permitted now. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I will repay. We should never desire to kill someone. Anytime that happens, it's a tragedy. We should avoid it whenever we can. for their sake as well as ours. It must be a last resort. I think we all know that. Self-defense is permitted. Vengeance and murder is not. So what would happen to this thief? Well, the elders of the city would investigate. When he was identified, they would determine if he was guilty, and if he was, they would find a level of restitution that had to be paid. Perhaps not only for the theft he got caught on, but for the others that they attributed to him. And then, if he could pay, all well and good. He would go on with his life a little bit poorer for the experience, and hopefully he would learn. In the event that he could not pay, he would be sold into slavery. Now, for us, this sounds terrible because we're used to the horrible kind of slavery that we had here in the Americas. That's not what we're talking about here. Slaves had rights under the law. You can read them in the Old Testament for yourself. But most important, slaves were freed every 7 years in the year of Jubilee. So the most someone who committed a theft could ever serve for that theft is 7 years. Kind of like now, about the most thieves get is about 7 years, it seems. But getting back to the point of this video, the idea that the castle doctrine is new and unique and terribly unjust. Well, we've just disproved that. It's anything but unique. It's been around in at least this form for at least 3,000 years, probably longer. And for those of us who believe in the Holy Scriptures, whether we're Jewish or whether we're Catholic or Orthodox or Protestant or evangelical, it doesn't matter. If we believe in the Scriptures, then this passage tells us that the castle doctrine is both just and necessary. And it's a good thing we have it where we do, and in the states that don't have it, we should have it. Well, that's all I have for you today. As I said, we'll have more in this series as we work our way through the scriptures that address self-defense and lethal force and some of the other things. But that's all for today. I hope you'll like, comment, subscribe. It's very helpful when you do that, whether you're doing it on Facebook or YouTube or Rumble or wherever that you find this video. It helps distribute the video to more people. So if you like it, like it. If you like it, share it. And certainly subscribe. God bless. Thank you very much for watching to this point, and I hope you have a wonderful day.